Hey, I'm Doc Brown and this is the soundtrack to my life. There was a lot of music in my house, played very, very loudly. One I can really remember, I mean there's a few, but the one I can really remember from the earliest that was played all the time was a song by Sophia George. It's called Girlie, Girlie. It's kind of mid-80s pop reggae. So this girl just laying into this guy about how he's just got too many girls on the side, basically. You're too girly, girly. Wow. It would have to be something off Bad, because I think that was the first album that like everybody that I knew had, and that me and my sister would play constantly. And off of there, maybe The Way You Make Me Feel. Me and my sister, we had a record shop up the street in Wilson. We'd spend our pocket money at getting like 7-inch singles and singles, like whatever was in the charts, you know. But I think the first actual album that I bought was Aztec Camera. Yeah, I think the album was called Love. And it was just because I couldn't get the single that I heard in the charts that I loved. It was called Somewhere in My Heart. Somewhere in My Heart. Yeah, Somewhere in My Heart. And it was on that album, so I bought the album. Some Glaswegian rock band. I don't know, I didn't listen to any of the other songs. Like of my own accord, I've been taken to Carnival when I was a kid and I saw live music, but like actually of my own accord would have been Glastonbury, '94. So I was about 15, and I saw Rage Against the Machine, Levelers, Credit to the Nation, Blur, Radiohead, Beastie Boys, Beck, I think. It was a ridiculous lineup. I saw a lot of good stuff. That's a good question. There's definitely songs that remind me of like bad things. But I think like, just for pure like annoyance, Sit Down by James. I just remember the year that came out and it just didn't stop playing everywhere. And to this day, it like rubs me out the wrone way. I'm a sucker for karaoke, but I never get invited because I think people think I'm too highbrow for it. But I'd done it once, like with a live band, and I did Rags to Riches by Tony Bennett. That was in a working men's club in Bethnal Green, and it was like a karaoke thing with a band set up by someone I knew, so he invited me. Oh no, I've done it twice actually. I did another one. There's a friend of mine who used to do these parties back in the day called the tracksuit parties. I don't know if you ever went to some of those, but they'd sometimes have a sort of rap karaoke at those. I did Straight Outta Compton once. I was gutted that I forgot my, I wanted to bring this, like, it was like a AK-47 water pistol, and I forgot it, because I wanted to say, AK-47 is the tool, don't make me act the motherfucking fool, you know, which would have killed it. But I killed it anyway. There's so many, there's some that like are undeniable, like a Millionaire by Khalees with Andre 3000. That's like, if you don't dance to that, it doesn't matter what genre of music you're into, even that song, it's such a good one. I suppose it's the ones where you just think, how did you even come across that? It feels so organic. Probably Someday by The Strokes. I love that it's like, it feels timeless and it feels nostalgic and you're not really sure why. And the chord changes, every one sort of hits you in the heart. And it's just really cool. Like everything they did at that time was just so cool. And yeah, I don't know, Julian Casablancas is like one of my all-time heroes. My whole life, it was always the same song, even from when I was a kid. It was always In My Life by the Beatles. And then it became Love Is a Losing Game by Amy Winehouse. And that's a toss-up between the two. But I'll probably you can make demands, can't you, when like, if you know you're gonna die, so just put them both down. You know, I always listen to an eclectic mix of music, always. You know, I was listening to grunge and indie and bits of rap, you know, when I was like 14, 15. But it was around that time that Illmatic came out, Nas's first album. And like that whole album as a whole, and probably the song Halftime in particular, that changed a lot of like my perspective on things, on what I could achieve, because he was only a couple years older than me, And it also probably made me, like, helped make me want to rap. So I'd say that album, and particularly that song, Halftime, probably changed the course of things for me massively.